2015 Lotus Exige LF1. So they only made 81 LF1s. They were to celebrate the 81 wins Lotus had in Formula 1 up to 2015. This is car number 47 of 81. Each car was specifically numbered, so 47 of 81, and that relates to the 1972 win at Monza with Emerson Fittipaldi. The car comes with its original presentation box, which has got a replica helmet in there, a book about the car and that specific win, a limited edition keychain, and a few other bits and bobs. If you check the description, we'll detail everything that comes with it. The car was bought brand new at Lotus Newcastle by the current owner. It's always been on this plate, which is obviously LF1 Exige. It will come on that plate. He's done 2,000 miles in the car since he bought it. Obviously, we'll detail in the description everything we've got in the way of service history, what it's been and where it's done. The LF1 started life as an Exige S. It then had the track pack. They got these two-piece brakes, custom wheels. They're the only one with this colour combo, so the black and then obviously the Lotus F1 colours with the red and gold. And then they got some other upgrades, so a custom interior with obviously the Lotus F1 colouring and stuff on the seats. Aircon, cruise control and heated seats as well, which again was pretty unique to the LF1. If you check the description, we'll detail the full spec on it. But we'll start by having a look at the bodywork. On the front nose, we do have factory fitted PPF going all the way around. So there's a couple of little marks on the PPF, which has obviously done its job. So you've got a little sort of scratch here and there. But obviously that goes all the way to this point doing its job. If we start on this front corner, like I said, there's a couple of little stone chips in the PPF down here, but the lower red splitter and everything, that's lovely and clean. It's not been rammed up any curves. If you have a look underneath there, you can see how well cared for it's been. Coming around this front driver's arch, lovely and clean all the way around, lovely and sharp. Inside the arch is all nice and clean. All four wheels are immaculate. I mean, I can't see a curb mark on them at all. They're all wearing Michelin tyres. Now these are the correct Lotus spec. There's only a couple of tyres they recommend, this being one of them. Obviously better for the road use, but you can see it's still got the little spindles on it. I believe they were put on about 4 or 5 weeks ago, but again, I'll put exactly in the description when they were put on. This front wing is lovely and clean. It's close to a brand new LF1 as you're going to find. The thing's been so well cared for. Have a look along this sill again. Got a little bit of polish there, we'll wipe that off. Again, going along there. It's not a mark. Even the under trays are immaculate. It's never seen moisture, never seen rain. Really, really good. Being black, it will show up every mark and scratch, but there isn't any that I can find. Got a bit more PPF coming down this rear quarter where the stone chips will come up. So there's a couple of little stone chips here, which you can see, but that is in the PPF that covers this whole rear section. So they obviously knew what they were doing when they put that on. Around the door handle and everything's lovely and clean. Door shuts. There's no sign of any marks. It's going to make for a boring video, but it does make for a really nice car. Again, all the wheels, lovely and clean. They're like a satin gold with the correct coloured powder coated brakes. Going around onto the rear. Still got the original dealer plates on there. There's loads of paperwork with this car as well, which we'll detail in the description. Exhaust sits nice and straight. We can have another look underneath from here. You can see, lovely and clean all the way across. No sign of any fluids dropping out or anything like that. Got your Lotus badge on there. Now we do have a spare in the car as well. It came with it, should you want it. Underside of the spoiler where obviously people will be lifting the deck lid by. It's all lovely and clean. It's not been bent or anything like that. If you look down the side of the car, you can see it's lovely and straight. I'm trying to find a scratch or something to point out, but I'm struggling. There's nothing to really point out. Again, we've got a couple of little marks on the PPF here from stone chips. Unfortunately, because it's really clean and black, you're mostly looking at a reflection of me, so I apologise for that. Obviously, the roof lifts out. We have got the trim that goes in place when you lift that out, which I'll show you in a second. And the LF1s did get this two-tone stripe going down the full length of the car. Even the wing mirrors have got PPF across where it will get hit by stones. That's all lovely and clean, and it has got another little bit of protective film on the inside there to keep it clean. It's not a sign of a mark anywhere on it. The headlights are lovely and clean. Oh, there we go. We've got one tiny little minuscule stone chip, which barely even picks up on the headlight. I'm almost happy to have found that because it's too good to be true other than that. PPF on the front. It's got a little scratch here and a couple of little stone chips, but like I say, it sits all the way to this line here. Behind that, there's no sign of even the slightest mark at all. Really good. Windscreen's lovely and clear. 2,000 miles, you would expect it to be the case, but if it was used and abused, things like this piece of trim here would be all scratched and damaged, but it's lovely. It's nice and soft. It's not shiny. Still smells like a brand new car inside, to be fair. Driver's seat, no sign of any wear at all. Really, really good. You've got this aluminium floor, which again is all lovely and clean. You've got the LF1 mats still in there. And again, they're still like new. There's not even any marks in and around the pedals from boots or anything like that. Steering wheel. No sign of any wear on that at all. Have a look in the passenger side. And again, pretty much the same story. So door shuts, where we clamber in and out and across this leather, lovely and clean. Like I say, it's car number 47, which was 1972 at Monza. When you ordered the car, if you ordered it early enough, you got to pick which number you got. And the current owner, particularly a fan of Emerson Fittipaldi's, that's why I went for that one. A lot better than, say, for example, a boring wet day at Brands Hatch. Passenger seat again, lovely and clean. Don't think there's ever really been anyone in there. There's no sign of any marks. It did get the options of the cup holder, which doesn't sound like a lot or anything particularly exciting, but when you've got nowhere to put it, really useful thing. Aircon, heated seat controls there, correct original stereo, obviously 6-speed manual. They do come with electric windows as well. We'll have a look in the engine bay. So we've got engine towards the front, and this little boot in the back. So we've got these two pieces of trim and this rubber seal. They go in place when you lift the roof off. Obviously just to put the finishing bits on where the roof actually secures. We've got some bits of paperwork here which will detail it's I believe it's a manual for the CD player. And then these came with a 350 brake, 3.5 litre twin turbo Toyota engine, obviously then fettled by Lotus. So you've got a nice bit of reliability to go with it. We'll get it started up. See, no sign of any fluid or anything coming out the back. Give it a little bit of a rev. It is cold, but we'll give it a little one, not too hard. Just give it a little rev to it. Well, one more, a little bit better. There we go. It does make a spectacular noise. Obviously it is stone cold, so we're not going to bounce it off the limiter. That's not right. So there you have it. 2015 Lotus LF1, car number 47 of 81. I'll argue with anybody. That's as close to a brand new LF1 as you're ever going to find. If you want to come and have a look at the car, we're here every day. Just give us a shout. We'll make sure someone's around to show you around. Come and have a look at the paperwork. We'll start it up. You can clamber underneath it, whatever you need. If you can't get to us, not a problem. We can do video calls. We can send photos, extra videos, whatever you need. Answer any questions you might have. You can always go back to the owner and pick up any extra questions you've got as well. Just get in touch. Thank you.